My name is Macy, and this is my ex, Hadrian. When you hear the words gold digger, you automatically think of a woman. 99% of people think it's a woman. YouTube is full of footage of women refusing to go out for coffee with a person dressed up as a street man, but they are willing to jump into a very expensive car. If you search on Google, gold digger quotes, you will find that they are about women. I suppose men are not interested in money. Then how on earth did I meet the only man who loves money more than anything else? Before I start sharing our story, let me tell you something about me. At that time, the only thing I wanted was to have a relationship. I was like Charlotte from Sex and the City. My only goal in life was to be a perfect wife. I was a hopeless romantic who dreamed about the perfect love story. The one thing I did not have was high standards. It didn't matter what someone looked like, how they behaved, how they spoke. If someone was interested in me, I was automatically in love with that person. Let's go back to Hadrian. Everyone knew him. It was said that he was a very good-looking guy and that his father had a lot of money. I didn't find him very attractive, but as I said, my standards were low. One evening, I got a Facebook message from him. Oh boy, that made me so happy. In 3 minutes, I had already planned our wedding. Don't worry, I had checked to see if his last name matched my name. Our first date took place that night. There was nothing special. He had a room temperature IQ. I didn't feel the spark. However, I managed to convince myself that I liked him. Most importantly, I made him believe that I was under his spell. Our relationship was ordinary. He was no Patrick Swayze, but I was determined to teach him how to dirty dance. I planned to lead by the power of example. He didn't buy me a gift for my birthday. I decided to show him how it's done. I went to the supermarket and bought all the sweets I could find and a tree in a pot as a flower bouquet. The hidden message was, I hope all this sugar will help you get rid of your lemon face. In time, I realized that he was not rich. Hadrian believed that acting like a wealthy person will eventually make him one. He didn't even have the money to go to a movie with his friends. He just stayed at home, probably in front of the mirror pretending he was rich. His acting skills didn't impress me. I wanted to put him out of his misery, so sometimes I gave him money to go out. Hadrian used to get so angry that my lipsticks were not expensive. He thought that they were coming off too easy when we were kissing, and an expensive one would last 24 hours no matter what. Honey, let me tell you something. The way you kissed would have wiped off even permanent marker. A year had passed and he wasn't McDreamy yet, so I decided to break up with him. For 2 weeks he kept calling me. He seemed sorry for what he did or didn't do, so I decided to give him a second chance. Indeed, he had changed. We were happy for another 7 months. And then, I remember like it was yesterday. One Friday, he messaged that I was his first and only love. He seemed so in love. I already knew that. I could see it in his eyes. That weekend, my parents were out of town, so I decided to invite him over for the first time. He came, stayed for 10 minutes, and then left. Just like that. No words, just left. An hour later, I received a message. It's over. I never received an explanation, but I didn't need it anyway. I figured it out. My house was very small. Very, very small. He called me my princess because he thought I had a castle. and I disappointed him with a small pumpkin. Keep in mind that I never said anything about my mansion and my huge infinity pool. He just assumed I had all that. This was a story about a boy who lost the love of his life only because he couldn't get over the fact that she was not in Forbes' top 10. Have I lost something? No. A few years later, I found someone who was willing to fight to build an empire together. It is said that if you choose money over love, you will always be poor. Hadrian is very, very poor. Hey you, I hope that money will fill the void I left in your heart. Oh, you don't have any. Too bad.
Hello. Please keep in mind that this is a true story, so don't be so rough in the comments section. If you have a story that you consider worth telling, send it to us at story@thisisastoryabout.com. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.